everyone, it's Hatsy and I'm back with another creator sim in The Sims 4, and this is also a speed edit, and it is of Emily out of Corpse Bride, which is a Tim Burton movie. Well, that's who wrote it, I believe. So I wanted to do one last Halloween creator sim before it was beginning to get a little bit too much, because I've done an autumn creator sim, I did a witch one, and now this is the last one probably for Halloween, but I wanted to do something a little bit inspired for it because I've done a few builds and things like that. I don't think I'll have time for any more Halloween inspired creations. Like, I had a few more ideas that were supposed to come up, but because it's like right at the end of Halloween now and I'm trying to fit everything in, and we've got some things coming out either today or tomorrow which are to do with something else, and like that's it. I don't think I'll have time, so this is the last one, but I wanted to end it with a really good note. So I think this is a good one, or good-ish, I think. I'm pretty proud of how she turned out. It was difficult to create her, and I tried really hard to match custom content with her. So I went like out into the world of custom content and I tried to download like loads of stuff just to try and make her look as accurate as possible. But because it's a Sims, I was really limited, and I was also limited about how large I could make her eyes. I think they were the maximum amount they could be. But yeah, like I wanted her to look reasonably okay as well. I didn't want her to frighten anyone in the world, even though she's supposed to be quite a frightening character. I also thought about having her with like tears running down her face, because that's like kind of in her character. I think she's quite gloomy and she's quite sad. But I decided not to, so we'll take that out in a minute. But all the custom content that I used, I will try and link below, and if I don't, then please give me a massive nudge and say, where is it? Where is that custom content? You promised, and I will do it, because sometimes I forget. And I think I've explained this before, there's a massive delay from when I post a video on YouTube to when I actually record it. There's like hours and hours apart. So sometimes I actually forget like what I've said in the video. So when it comes to posting it, it would just like completely slip my mind. So it's not that I'm forgetting on purpose, it's that I'm just very forgetful. And it's not good. I need to improve. But I found some gorgeous dresses, which I'm so excited about. So I have an idea for winter, which I probably won't mention, you know, because in about a week's time, I will see the exact same thing that I've thought of doing like somewhere else on YouTube. Like, oh yeah, I just thought of this morning. So I don't want to do that, just in case. I know that sounds terrible, but I think you're going to really like it for winter. And yeah, I already have like the winter dress that I'm going to use and everything. So it's going to be fun. But this is probably one of the last creator sims that I will do like randomly, like out the blue, which isn't in a series or which isn't linked to the new Let's Play that I am currently working on. And I know it's terrible because I spent ages working on it. However, it's going to be good, and I've got some creator sims coming up for it as well, because I've got like other characters in it that are going to be involved. That's going to be good. I'm not very good at live creator sims, so it's going to be interesting. I'm dreading it, but hey, maybe I shouldn't talk about it on this build. Maybe not. What I did do though is I used a lot of alien makeup for Emily, and that is because a lot of the alien makeup that we've got with Get to Work is blue, and she has like blue makeup on, and she also has sort of stitches, I think, on her cheeks from what I could see in pictures. I haven't watched the movie in ages. I'm going to watch it tonight, and I'm going to have a massive recap about it. So that's what I'll do. But yeah, like I remember that I loved it and it was one of my favourite films, but I could not remember what happens, honestly. It's like that with every Tim Burton movie, and I'll watch it again and then I'll forget in about a year or so, and I'll think, hang on, what was that movie even about? I remember I really enjoyed it, but I can't remember what was in it. I can't remember. I do remember her as a character, and I remember that it was like a really sad story about a murder, I think, but I don't remember. That's it. I can't tell you. I honestly can't. But I do like horror movies. It's not really a horror. I would recommend watching it, even though I can't tell you what was in it. If you do have time, I would definitely recommend this movie, but I can't tell you anything about it. I'm sorry. But yeah, like I do like Halloween movies. I've watched a few this Halloween. I watched a really weird one the other day, and I think if I even talk about like what it was, people are gonna think, why are we even watching that? That is weird. Yeah, it was weird. Maybe I shouldn't even talk about that one actually. I found a really dodgy film on Netflix. That's basically it. And I sat down with a cup of tea thinking, okay, I'm in for a scare tonight. And it was too weird. It was just too much. So I had to stop the movie, and I'm probably never going to speak about it again because it was very strange. It's the kind of movie that you probably watch with friends and laugh, but if there's no friends there, then it just looks weird if you're just laughing by yourself with a cup of tea, which is what I was doing. So yeah, anyway, on to the speed edit now, which a lot of you have requested recently, and I've been so happy about like how well the speed edits have gone down. I put a lot of the pictures on Instagram. In fact, no, I put all of them on Instagram. But I'm trying to mix them up. So I'm trying to put like real pictures of like me and like stuff I'm up to, and then mix it with speed edits, so it's not just like all me and it's not just all speed edits, it's like a bit of both, because I really like that. I've seen that a lot of people do that do art as well. So I kind of want to do a little bit of that, which I think is good because it's not just then like all about me, you know, my Instagram. It's about like stuff that I'm working on as well, which I think is good. And you know, if you do follow like my YouTube stuff, then a lot of stuff is over there that is coming up. So if you want to like keep up to date with stuff, then it's there. I don't know why I'm promoting Instagram so much. I have no idea. I think it's because of the fitness thing, genuinely. Like I want to do a lot with fitness in the future. So that's why I'm trying to get into Instagram a little bit more. Like I'm not there yet, but maybe sort of next year or something, I want to focus more on fitness, because I think it would be nice to have someone from the gaming industry be seen to be so into the fitness industry as well. Like that's kind of what I'm aiming for, just a bit of representation from the gaming industry into the fitness one, because it's rare, you know, it's rare that somebody enjoys both of those things and takes it as seriously, you know, as each other, because those things don't really go that great together. Because like YouTube for me is like very inactive, but then I'm very active outside YouTube. So yeah, I don't know, like I'm trying. I'm giving it a go. At least I'm being honest though. Like I'm not sort of saying, oh yeah, just go and follow me over there because blah 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 blah. No, I'm being as open as I can with it. But I think it would be good, honestly. Anyway, going on to her eyes, I did enlarge them. I don't think that's a bad thing though. In fact, I think it's pretty good that I went on to Photoshop and redid her eyes and stuff. I usually do that just because I like to go all out with stuff like this, and that's what I did here. I really did go all out with her eyes, but I'm happy. You know, they look a lot bigger and they look just very cartoon-like as opposed to in The Sims, but you know, we couldn't have them like this. If we could have them like this in The Sims, this is how they could have looked. But I was excited about it. You know, I really could have made her look exactly like she did in the movies, exaggerating everything. Yes, Emily had multiple movies. No, she didn't. I don't think she did. I think she's just in one, just Corpse Bride, but I may be wrong. But no, I wanted to make sure that she did also resemble a Sim as well, a little bit. Like I don't want to just make her exactly like a cartoon, because I could spend hours just making her into that, but I think there's a fine line. Like I want her to look like she's been worked on, like she's been changed, but she's still recognisably a Sim. That's the look I'm trying to go for. So I hope I did that. I'm not sure. But I had fun making her. She's probably one of the longest ones that I have done recently. I don't spend that long. Well, I do actually. Sorry, that's a lie. I probably spend about 3 hours on the speed edit and maybe 15 to 30 minutes on the actual Create a Sim for most Create a Sims. But the speed edit probably took me about 5 hours or so. Just because it's tough, because like I'm not making her myself, like it's not from my own imagination, it's actually like a thing, you know, she's from a movie. So I need to make her look accurate, like as you would with any memorable character, because there's going to be criticism, you know, there's a whole fan base around these movies, so I need to make sure that I live up to that. But if I did create a Corpse Bride inspired Sim from scratch, then that would be different, because then I could just kind of maybe spend less time and not make her look, or like the character look as accurate or something like that. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but yeah, like just for an example, I did an autumn couple the other day, or you know, maybe as well the witch sim I did. They weren't based off anything, they were just from my imagination. So I think it would be a lot easier, and I'd probably spend a lot less time doing that. But after Halloween, the Women Around the World series that I've been working on will be coming back, and that will be good because there'll be one a week. And I've actually made 3, so I've got 3 all lined up to come out, and I'm excited for that. So yeah, I have like 3 weeks worth of Women Around the World videos, and then I'm gonna start pre-recording builds, and then I can just spend so much time just working just flat out on the Create a Sims and the Let's Play that I'm going to be doing. But I wanted to wait for pets as well. I know that sounds like a real push to wait for it, but why not? You know, why not have like cats and dogs and stuff in the Let's Play? Because there we go. But it's just going to be different. It's going to be different to most stuff that's out there, just because I've spent like a lot of time working on it, and it's petty, like it's super petty, but I love that because I like just sat down like watching petty drama. And it is, but some of the backstories go really deep, you know. So what I've got kind of lined up for the first episode is like Victoria, the main character, she really doesn't get on with the neighbor, which is kind of in resemblance to the situation that I was in, maybe. Like maybe I took some inspiration from that, like when I was in Germany. Not that I'm based off Victoria like whatsoever, because I'm not, like I'm just saying that some of my experiences will be put into the Let's Play. And the neighbour throws an anti-Victoria party where all these old women dress up as Victoria. And I think that's going to be really good. Like that's what I'm kind of working on that kind of stuff so far. And I'm doing it with my husband as well, because like he's given me loads of ideas for the series, because he's a bit petty like that, you know. He can do that kind of stuff. He's a good writer. So he's been giving me ideas, which is great. So anyway, finishing off the speed edit and going back onto what really matters here, which is Emily, Corpse Bride. So I was doing her dress. I didn't want to go too much into this though, because I don't think you see much of it by the end, but I wanted it to look like it's kind of messed up, it's like messy, and also you'll notice that she does look quite messy. That's the look that I wanted. I also have had people commenting about sometimes I use darker colours, like I'll use black to contour Sims faces, like only sometimes. If I do use those dark colours, I know that they look ashy, but that's what I wanted for her. And the same effects I wanted for the witch as well. So if I ever use like completely black colours, I'm completely aware that like that's the effect it's going for, because I think the ashy look looks good for her because it's supposed to look like dark and gloomy. But for other Sims, I will use brighter colours. I will use like browns and purples and greens and like whatever colour I think looks good on them. And I will stay away from the black colours. But that's what I wanted to do there for her. So working on the backgrounds I'm not great on, if I'm honest. Like I'm trying, but it's hard making a background from complete scratch. So I got a lot of inspiration looking at pictures of sort of the sets online, and I found a really cool one where she stood with the man that is the other main character in that. Like yeah, I need to watch this again. I'm so sorry to all those fans, but that was really inspiring to see them both together. So I thought I'd just do one with her by the moon with like loads of what they called like nettles, but weird nettles with the curls around them, and make it look a little bit messy as well. And that's how it really looks on a lot of the pictures that I saw, and I think the colours are cute. You know, she definitely looks very ghost-like, but I'm happy with this, honestly. I think that it turned out really nicely. Her hair's supposed to be messy as well. I like the veil. I like the fact that she looks as if she's kind of out in the wind. I think there's a scene from memory where her hair just like goes up and she looks quite frightening, and her veil's up as well, and like it's because of the wind, I think, but it just looked really good. So I thought I would try and inspire it off that, but from memory, like I really don't remember that much I'm so sorry. Anyway, that is the end of the Create a Sim. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see your future ones. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.